I think the Los Angeles Chargers are the best team in the AFC. And I say that not only because the Baltimore Ravens lost last night and have the second worst defense in the NFL. If you go by points per game allowed, they give up more points than everyone not named the Miami Dolphins. The Tennessee Titans, who were awful at 0-3, give up less points than the Baltimore Ravens. The Baltimore Ravens lead the NFL in scoring. They've scored 111 points through 3 games. That is an absurd number. But they're 1-2 because for some reason they can't stop anybody, and Derrick Henry doesn't know how to not fumble the football in the fourth quarter against good teams. So it can't be them. Next, you would probably want to suggest the Buffalo Bills. Josh Allen, they have arguably the best offense in football. They've scored a ton of points. They're leading the league in yards per game. They're putting up like 420 yards a game, and that's really impressive. But their defense is 20th in scoring defense. I just don't think that when they run into some of the better offenses in the NFL, it feels like they're just going to have to outscore people. I mean, and that's really what they did against the Ravens, right? You know, they find a way to come back when they're down 15 with 5 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Once again, Derrick Henry, please learn how to hold on to the football. And then they beat 2 bad teams where they scored a bunch of points. They gave up 21 to Miami. I know, like 21, not that many, but when you're playing the Miami Dolphins with the way that they're playing right now, it kind of is. And so I don't fully trust the defense. They don't really have any great corners. Safety's been problematic. I do like Matt Milano, Ed Oliver, before he got hurt and he didn't play against Miami. He was having a really good start to the season. Joey Bosa looks really good, but he's Joey Bosa. Like, at what point does he get hurt? Like, you know that it's coming. And then I look at the Los Angeles Chargers, whose defense is so incredibly legit. Their corners have played so well. Derwin James is still one of the best safeties in the NFL. They're 8th in total defense, 4th in scoring defense, and they're 3rd in opponents' passer rating. It is a truly elite defense. And it's not like they've played bad teams. They're 3-0 in divisional games, which means that they beat the Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes, Xavier Worthy started in that game. I know that I get it, like the Chiefs aren't playing to the level that we expect the Chiefs to play to right now, but that's still a good football team, and it's so incredibly tough to beat Patrick Mahomes, which they did in week 1 because of that defense, only giving up 21 points, and because Justin Herbert played an awesome game. Week 2, they play the Raiders, and I get it, Raiders, not a great football team, but you know how rare it is to play a game and not allow the opposing team's quarterback to complete a pass more than 10 yards down the field? Because that's what they did to Geno Smith, who's a really good player. Okay, obviously not one of the elite quarterbacks, but still a fringe top 10 quarterback in the NFL. And then Sunday, they beat the Broncos. I still don't know how they did, even though I felt like they were clearly the better team. Justin Herbert makes the throw of the weekend, moving left, throwing on the run after breaking out of a sack. He's, about to get hit by Nick Bonito, and he just sidearms this thing and throws it through a tin cup to Keenan Allen for the game-tying touchdown. Just an incredible play, right? This defense holds Sean Payton and Bo Nix to 20 points. Should have been less, but they have a really bad coverage bust on 4th and 2 late in that game. And I just trust their defense more than any of the other defenses in the AFC of the teams that have elite quarterbacks. I don't trust the Bills defense. I don't trust the Ravens defense for very obvious reasons. They have a lot of issues to fix. And the Chiefs, I just don't think are as prolific on offense. And again, I like this Chargers defense, even without Khalil Mack, more than I like the Chiefs defense. They just continue to find a way. John Harbaugh is an excellent head coach, one of the best in all of football. And when I look at the rest of the AFC, the teams just don't appear as complete as the Chargers do. Now, the issue with me saying this about the Chargers is Justin Herbert's never won a playoff game. Last year kind of seemed like that was when it was going to happen. And he throws 4 picks against the Texans in that, wild card game, and they end up losing. And so, but in terms of just like regular season football, Justin Herbert was really good last year, and it seems like he's gotten even better this year. So I like the Chargers as the best team in the AFC. Are they the best team in football? Very hard to say that anyone's playing better than Philly. I get it. Philly hasn't been super pretty to start the season, but they finally threw the football against the Rams, and they came storming back after a really ugly first half. So still probably have to give it to Philly after winning a Super Bowl. They've won like the last 20 games that Jalen Hurts has started and finished, which is just a completely and totally absurd stat. But I really like the Chargers, but they're the Chargers. They're probably going to find a way to mess this up. But if they stay healthy, they have as good a chance as anybody to go to the Super Bowl this season when you look at the talent on the roster, the coaching, and the way that Justin Herbert is playing right now.